But the call-ups were Drake Caggiula and Sam Poulin. Of course, both players looked pretty good in Penguins training camp. Sam Poulin, especially looking good in Penguins training camp, the first overall pick of 2019. So the question then becomes, and Horwat, let's argue about this for a second because I want to see what your opinion is. Who gets the start tonight? Who gets into the lineup? Is it Drake Caggiula in a revenge game against his former team, or is it Sam Poulin making his NHL debut?
It's really hard. I bet they do each play one game though in these two, Monday and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with Caggiula first and then Poulin. I don't know why. I think because you want a little bit more of a defensive mindset against a guy like Connor McDavid as much as you can. Not that McDavid and Caggiula or even McDavid and Poulin would be sharing ice that much.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems like the smart play, just in the defensive mindset against a team that could kill you offensively.
Mm-hmm.
The Penguins have enough offense out in their top six that they should be able to handle themselves. We see them pop off for 6 goals every win.
Yeah.
And I mean, Calgary is just as high flying. It's a hard decision, especially if they were to go 1-1 and then maybe do the same thing in Vancouver, Seattle. But I don't know. I have no real reason for my guessing here. I'm just kind of throwing a dart and seeing whichever one hits. And I'm going Caggiula first.
Okay, well, I'm going to go on the opposite end. I think they should give Sam Poulin the nod. And honestly, as much as I wouldn't hate to see Caggiula in the lineup, honestly, if that's what they do, it's what they do. And I think either one would be a fitting replacement. But I think when you see where Sam Poulin has been throughout all of training camp, obviously, Penguins management was raving about his performance at training camp. Rob Rossi puts out the tweet on Sunday that he's been even better since returning to Wilkes-Barre, which is what you want to see, obviously, against lower talent. So I think you give Sam Poulin the nod, and I understand that he's not expected to stick at the NHL level at this point, but give him his first couple of games here. Let him play against Connor McDavid and the Oilers. Let him play against Jonathan Huberdeau and the Flames. And guess what? He's not going to be matched up against those guys very often, but he has shown that he's a really good two-way player now, and let him get those opportunities against an Oilers team that if he doesn't go up against McDavid or Draisaitl, let's face it, the rest of the Oilers are not that good. He could eat on that third line with Carter and Kapanen, and all of a sudden you have Poulin gaining confidence at the NHL level. I think that's what I would do. Let the kid get his feet wet, similar to what you did with P.O. Joseph, but obviously not wait as long to get him a full-time spot, hopefully, but get his feet wet, get him in the first couple of games, because Gensel's not going to be back till probably either Friday or Saturday. Let Sam Poulin, get a couple of games under his belt. I think that would be great because Caggiula has the NHL experience. And listen, if Poulin plays tonight against the Oilers and looks completely out of place, like a fish out of water, then no harm, no foul. Put Caggiula in tomorrow and say, listen, we're going to get you another opportunity, but we're going to sit you down here really quickly because we do need these points on a very important road trip early in the season.
Yeah. I think there is no wrong answer for who plays, by the way. I would like to say that right away. There is no wrong answer. Ideally, you don't have Poulin sitting out the entire time he's up.
Correct.
That's the only wrong answer to this question is so long as however long Poulin and Caggiula are up here, or Poulin is up here, that he plays a couple of times or once, and then you send him down, however it may go. As long as he's not sitting the entire time he's here, you've made the right call. That's all it is. And maybe he doesn't play well. Well, he's still growing, I guess. But as long as he's not sitting the entire time, that's the only thing I have for it. There is no wrong answer for who plays tonight, though.
Yeah, get him a look. And here's the funny thing that I for some reason just thought of. If he gets 2 games in, then goes back to Wilkes-Barre, he can absolutely sun Valtteri Puustinen and Philip Hollander and be like, listen, I have more NHL games played than both of you, okay? Considering both of them played 1 game last year. But
who played like 6? Someone played like 6 last year. One of them.
Casper Bjorkqvist.
That's right.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.